Welcome back to RV News, your trusted source for the most powerful and timely updates on the Iraqi Dinar IQD, Vietnamese Dong VND, and global currency revaluation events. If you're invested in the RV journey, this is the place you need to be because we go deep, fast, and accurate. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a game-changing alert. Today's episode is absolutely massive. We're talking about a central bank confirmation that ALL Iraqi Dinar notes have now been approved for exchange. And to top it off, we have a confirmed global 7-day exchange window kicking off imminently. This is not speculation. This is real movement, with institutional backing and official green lights. If you've been holding on for years, or even decades, this may finally be the moment you've been waiting for. Let's get into it. The buzz today is unlike anything we've seen before in the RV community. Multiple intel sources, backed by statements out of Iraq's central bank and supported by chatter from private banking circles in the US, Europe, and Asia, are confirming a critical milestone. All denominations of the Iraqi Dinarius, all notes, whether they're lower or higher, denominations have officially been approved and authorized for redemption globally. This includes the highly debated 25K, 10,000, 5,000, 1,000, 500, 250, and even the scarce 50 dinar notes. This development confirms what many insiders have been hinting at for months. There will be no redenomination or cancellation of existing notes at the point of exchange. That's right, holders of the large denominations will not be penalized, and no forced conversions will be required. So why is this so important? Because for years, there's been an ongoing debate among economists, analysts, and investors over whether Iraq would invalidate large denomination notes as part of a redenomination effort. This concern has kept many potential investors sitting on the sidelines, but today's confirmation from the Central Bank of Iraq sends a clear, unified message. Every note is valid, every note is accepted, and every note will be honored during the exchange process. This is a game changer, and it eliminates one of the final barriers that stood between us and the official revaluation process. Now, let's talk about the 7-day global exchange window. This part of the story is just as monumental. As of late last night, secure communications between Tier 1 and Tier 2 banks across multiple regions have indicated that a synchronized global exchange event is officially scheduled to begin within the next 72 hours, and the window itself will span 7 full days. During this period, authorized redemption centers and select partner banks will be open for extended hours, in some cases 24/7 to handle the influx of currency exchanges. Here's what we know so far. The exchange rollout will be regionally tiered but globally synchronized. That means certain regions like the US, Canada, Europe, and parts of the Middle East will begin processing exchanges almost simultaneously, while other areas will follow in tight succession. What's crucial is that exchange centers are already on high alert, with staff briefed, trained, and under NDAs. This is no longer a drill. Several sources report that call centers for scheduling appointments will go live within 24 to 48 hours of this announcement. You'll need your exchange package ready, including all required ID, original currency receipts if possible, and your trust or entity paperwork if you're exchanging under a structured vehicle. The rate chatter has also intensified. As of this moment, multiple banking sources are reporting that the IQD street rate post-RV is expected to open above for United States dollars, with some contract rates pushing up toward the $6.50–7 range for those eligible. That aligns with Iraq's real-world asset holdings, their recent entry into international banking platforms like SWIFT, and the aggressive economic reforms passed under the new monetary policy agenda led by the central bank governor. This is more than just an administrative move, it's a full-blown economic resurrection, backed by oil, gold, and digital infrastructure development. Let's not forget the geopolitical backdrop. Iraq has made enormous strides in the past 12 months, clearing its debt to the IMF, reducing corruption, and launching digital banking platforms that align with global ISO 20022 standards. These moves were not random. They were strategic prerequisites for international currency recognition. Just 2 weeks ago, the United Nations issued a quiet bulletin confirming Iraq's re-entry into key economic development frameworks, including regional trade blocs that require internationally accepted currency rates. On top of that, the Bank for International Settlements, BIS, listed Iraq on its internal FX trading platform, further confirming that something massive is underway behind the scenes. Meanwhile, in Washington, D.C., there's been a flurry of activity involving Treasury, the Federal Reserve, and private economic advisory groups. Senior officials are reportedly monitoring the RV and GCR process minute by minute. Insiders are suggesting that U.S. banks have been instructed to prepare liquidity channels for instant credit once the exchange begins. That means if you're holding physical IQD and your exchange appointment is confirmed, you could walk out of the redemption center with immediate funds. No more 7 to 10 day holding windows. No more stage disbursement. This shift signals that the RV is being treated as a legitimate and sanctioned monetary event, not a fringe speculation. Now, let's dive into the actual approval process that confirmed ALL Dinar notes. According to a senior-level source within the Central Bank of Iraq, a series of intergovernmental memos were signed off on by Iraq's Ministry of Finance, the Prime Minister's Office, and the Currency Oversight Committee. These memos validate every series and denomination issued post-2003, provided the notes are clean, not damaged beyond recognition, and verifiable as authentic through UV ink and security strip markers. This clarification removes any remaining doubt or fear among holders of older series notes. Even more compelling is the coordinated international response. The IMF, World Bank, and various central banks, especially from Gulf nations like the UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Qatar have echoed Iraq's internal declaration. These allies have a vested interest in seeing Iraq return as a major economic player. As oil contracts increase and reconstruction accelerates, their collective aim is clear: support Iraq's rise and stabilize regional economics. What better way to do that than by ensuring the RV is smooth, secure, and inclusive? And yes, we are already seeing movement inside banking systems. Screens that previously showed the IQD as restricted or gray-listed are now showing live placeholders, meaning banks have preloaded the exchange system with rates waiting to be activated. Some bankers have even shared that tiered rates are already visible internally, including rates for private placement groups and contract holders. Redemption centers in Texas, Florida, California, and parts of Europe are now showing full staffing and armed security posted on site. These aren't rumors, this is verifiable prep work for a major financial transition. What do you need to do right now? First, make sure all your currency is organized, clean, and authenticated. If possible, get a currency scanner or blacklight to double-check for security features. Second, have your exchange strategy written out. Know whether you want to exchange under your personal name, a trust, or an LLC. Third, get your appointment checklist ready. 2 forms of ID, Social Security card, proof of purchase if available, and your banking information. And if you have a higher volume of currency, consider consulting with a wealth advisor beforehand to understand contract options, tax implications, and structured payouts. Many in the RV community are also wondering if this 7-day window is the only opportunity to exchange. The answer is nuanced. The initial 7-day rollout is for preferred and private tier exchanges, those holding verified currency and engaged with financial groups or trusted intel circles. Public exchange opportunities will likely follow, but rates may differ. If you're on a Wells Fargo, Chase, or HSBC call list, expect a notification soon. If you're not, keep watching this channel. We'll provide real-time updates on how to schedule your appointment once centers go live. Let's also touch briefly on the global revaluation context. The Iraqi dinar isn't the only currency in motion. The Vietnamese Dong, Zimbabwe, Zim, and Indonesian Rupiah are all expected to follow or synchronize with this wave. The VND, in particular, is receiving strong regional support from ASEAN banking coalitions. Many believe we'll see a phased RV rollout where IQD leads, and the others follow closely behind, possibly within the same 7-day timeframe or shortly after. Either way, we are at the doorstep of a financial reset that's been whispered about for decades. This moment is historic not just for dinar holders, but for the global financial landscape. After years of waiting, doubting, and enduring countless false starts, we finally have tangible proof that the RV mechanism has been activated. The pieces are all in place. A fully approved currency series, live rate screens at international banks, redemption centers standing by, and a global 7-day window locked in. This is not a test. This is it to everyone who stayed the course through delays, misinformation, and endless rumors. Your patience may now be rewarded.